Do you think we'll ever have a gay rapper? I believe there are some gay rappers that just ain't came out the closet.
He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You're gonna make me mess up the way.
Diddy had been a significant player in the music industry for a long time. He's someone who has earned both respect and fear over the years. He turned Bad Boy Records into a huge success, helping to start the careers of many well-known rap and hip-hop artists. But below the surface, there have always been quiet talks. Talks of questionable business, control, and a strong hold on those around him. In the industry, many were afraid to go against him, not only because of his power, but also because of what he stood for, control. If you were with Diddy's label, you had to follow his rules, or you weren't part of it.
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping. I like that. Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, Daddy. You putting in that work. Pretty crazy.
14 years old. You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy camp?
Hell no.
But now, after big scandals and claims, it looks like Diddy's empire is falling apart. The voices that were quiet before are becoming stronger. These aren't just unhappy artists. They're rappers who wouldn't let others control them, who challenged Diddy when it wasn't popular, when things were tough for them.
Puff and Tupac was like a couple, seemed like to me. It was just a lot of weird going on.
Pac and Puff was like this.
As the Diddy case develops, these brave rappers are stepping up as important figures in a story that goes beyond just one person's downfall. It's about control, unfair treatment, and what occurs when those you used to dominate finally gain their freedom. Let's explore the complicated story of the rappers Diddy struggled to manage, and what that could mean for him moving forward. Diddy became famous and wealthy very quickly in the 1990s. He started Bad Boy Records in 1993 and soon became a key player in hip-hop, bringing in and producing artists such as the Notorious Big, Faith Evans, and Lil' Kim. His impact was so great that his name became a symbol of success in the music industry. Being signed to Bad Boy was like getting a special pass to become famous. However, there were many more complexities happening behind the scenes.
He says things, he doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he says something fabulous and he goes, yo, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party.
That was you.
Scrambling.
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping for
Diddy was known for carefully managing every part of his artists' careers. He was involved in everything, from the music they made to how they showed themselves to the public. At first glance, this may look like a sign of a committed mentor, but for many artists, it felt like being stuck. Diddy's contracts were known for being very long and strict, tying artists into agreements that helped him much more than them. Many agreed to the terms, only to later find out that they had given up their creative freedom. What if you wanted to leave? That wasn't likely to happen that easily. Diddy wouldn't let go without a fight.
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping for
Hey,
Pac saved my life. Here's why I say Pac saved my life. I got shot in the head, got grazed some other places, but I still got the bullet in my head.
Some artists did well with his guidance, but many others had a hard time because they didn't have enough freedom. People who tried to stand up to him were often quieted or forced out, their careers held back by the same man who had said he would help them shine. But not everyone could be managed. Some artists, especially rappers, didn't give in to Diddy's requests, and their experiences show what his empire is really like.
I've told Craig Mott if he didn't change management, he wasn't with him no more. You understand? And they had a real big beef behind that.
A famous conflict between Diddy and his artists involved the LOX, the well-known hip-hop trio group made up of Styles P, Jadakiss, and Sheek Louch. The LOX joined Bad Boy Records in the late 1990s and quickly became known for their tough street songs and strong style. As they became more popular, their frustrations with Diddy also increased. The group thought that Diddy was limiting their creativity and keeping them from moving forward with a contract that put them in a tough financial spot.
African champ. Ain't no more team. What the Puffy doing? I'm gonna have a drink to forget about this.
The LOX shared their complaints openly for the first time. In 2005, during a well-known appearance on New York's Hot 97 radio station, Jadakiss and Styles P openly called out Diddy, saying he had too much control over their money and wouldn't let them out of their contract. People were very upset, and the situation got worse fast. At one moment, Jadakiss even tossed a chair during a tense interview, showing their frustrations in a physical way.
They didn't, for what they did and for how the games evolved, they didn't get near the flowers, the finances, the acknowledgement. We missing a union.
The LOX weren't just being loud. They were sending a message. They decided they wouldn't let Diddy run their careers anymore, and they were ready to stand up for their freedom, no matter what it took. After months of public arguments, Diddy finally agreed to let them go, but the harm was already done. The LOX revealed the tough reality of Diddy's empire, showing that behind the shiny surface, there were artists trying hard to escape his control.
We need a union, and then it'll be fixed. That's something I don't know. How are you gonna get a union? But Nas and Steve Stout, they did this year start a small they gave Scarface and they gave, I think, Rakim either $500,000 or $1 million and some type of insurance or something. So
another important person in the story of artists Diddy couldn't manage is Shyne. In the late 1990s, Shyne was ready to be one of the next big stars in hip-hop. Signed to Bad Boy Records, his strong voice and relatable lyrics quickly grabbed the attention of fans and critics. Shyne's career stopped suddenly in 1999 when he was involved in a nightclub shooting that injured 3 people.
Let us not lose sight of what the cold hard facts are. This was not someone who I vacationed with and who he and I enjoyed this great intimate relationship of brotherhood. This is someone who destroyed my life.
Diddy, who was at the club that night, was found not guilty of all charges, while Shyne received a 10-year prison sentence for his part in the incident. Many people in the hip-hop community believe that Shyne was unfairly blamed, taking the blame for a crime that Diddy could have also been responsible for. Although Shyne didn't say much about the incident for a long time, it was obvious that his relationship with Diddy had turned bad. After getting out of prison in 2009, Shyne separated from Diddy and later moved to Belize to start an entirely new phase of his life. But his scars from his time with Bad Boy Records, and his time in jail, stayed with him. Shyne's story shows how fast Diddy cut connections with people who weren't beneficial to him anymore. Among all the artists Diddy collaborated with, none was more loved during his peak than Mase. Mase was famous for his smooth style and catchy tunes, making him one of Bad Boy's top stars in the late 1990s. In 1999, when he was very well known, Mase surprised everyone by saying he was leaving music to focus on his faith. For a long time, people talked about why he left so suddenly, with many thinking that his choice was affected by rising conflicts with Diddy.
Did you make the right decision leaving rap?
I did.
After several years, Mase came back to music, but this time not with Bad Boy. Mase started to speak up more about how unhappy he was with Diddy and how he was treated at Bad Boy Records. In 2020, Mase went on Instagram to say that Diddy wouldn't sell him the rights to his own music, even though he offered a lot of money. Mase said that Diddy told him he would only sell the rights if Mase could match the price from a European buyer, which kept him from owning the music he made.
Well, P. Diddy's supposed to be releasing a gospel album. What came to your mind when you heard that? What thoughts did you have?
Y'all want me to answer that?
I mean, yeah.
I mean, can RuPaul put out a gospel album?
Mase's public criticism of Diddy was a brave step, reflecting the feelings that many other Bad Boy artists had experienced over time. But unlike others who stayed quiet, Mase chose to speak up, using his platform to highlight what he believed was an unfair power situation. Jadakiss, a well-respected rapper in hip-hop, also had some conflicts with Diddy. Jadakiss, a member of the LOX, was involved in the well-known struggle to leave Bad Boy Records. But his problems with Diddy continued beyond that. After getting out, Jadakiss kept speaking up about how Diddy took advantage of artists to make money for himself.
And there's a lot of artists that called him out on real shit. His own people, Jadakiss called him out like, yo, you on that weird shit. Fabulous.
Nah, Fabulous.
Fabulous calls his man out. He's like, yo, he talks to Fabulous. He goes to Fabulous. He goes.
In interviews, Jadakiss has talked openly about the challenges he encountered while working with the Bad Boy Records, calling the experience limiting and annoying. He, like many others, thought that Diddy cared more about managing his artists than helping them grow their creativity. But Jadakiss refused to be quiet. He has built a successful career on his own terms, showing that it's possible to do well without Diddy's influence.
We performing early Young Locks. We had a show at the Tunnel with Puff. Puff lost his rollie at the time, 80,000. And it didn't bother him at all as long as we killed the show. That's when I said, this is hip hop.
In 2023, Diddy's long-standing influence started to fall apart in a very visible manner. A scandal broke out when a sex worker revealed hidden footage that supposedly showed Diddy acting in a troubling way. The video, said to be from private parties, was so damaging that the FBI got involved and started an extensive investigation into Diddy's actions.
The violation I have experienced during the assault has had lasting effects on my body, causing ongoing health problems and complications.
However, the scandal continued. Shortly after, more claims appeared, with people close to Diddy stepping up to share their stories about him. The biggest surprise happened when Justin Bieber, who used to be one of Diddy's closest friends, spoke out in court against the music mogul. Bieber's testimony showed a story of manipulation and control, sharing his experiences with Diddy in a way that surprised many.
The combination of physical and emotional pain has created a cycle of suffering from which it is so hard to break free.
As the situation develops, more people are likely to speak up, and the FBI's inquiry is growing to involve other well-known individuals in the music world. Diddy, who used to be unstoppable, is now caught in a scandal that might ruin everything he has built.
I want to continue on this journey towards recovery and healing. I'm glad that he is locked up, but that's a temporary feeling of relief.
The brave rappers who confronted Diddy, the Lox, Shine, Mace, and Jadakiss, are more than just voices in an ongoing conflict. They show a new time in hip-hop, where artists don't want to be controlled by big leaders anymore. Their courage to share their thoughts, even when it was not well received or safe, has paved the way for future artists.
Saved my life, man. We're Sagittarius too, Bob. Thank you.
Ultimately, Diddy's legacy might be shaped not by his achievements, but by the individuals he couldn't manage. The brave rappers who stood up have not just made it, they've done really well. As Diddy's empire falls apart, their voices will be the ones that stand out the most.
Listen to who Candace Owens just exposed as an attendee of P. Diddy sex parties.
It seems to be that it is all falling down in Hollywood. There are tons of people who should be called out. People who weren't young like Justin Bieber, people like LeBron James.
What is in store for Diddy in the future? We'll have to wait and see, but it's obvious that the bold rappers he attempted to manage are now the ones defining his legacy, and they have only just begun. So what do you guys think? Who's going to open up next? Let us know in the comments section below. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to our channel for more juicy celeb reports. And don't forget to press the bell icon for regular updates. Thank you all for watching.